Okay, so welcome back. How are you doing? Game two. Will we see him pull something crazy out of the hat, a la Julia, or will we see him just go straight up for the ZVZ goodness? Guess we're
I
about to
think we'll
find out.
see a
So,
9 pool.
I think we'll see a nine
Uh,
pull. I
yeah.
predict that. Yeah. I'll
Alright,
predict the
cool.
game. Yeah, happily.
So the second map is going to be Neo Electric Circuit. Of course, we've seen it a few times already today. Probably needs not much introduction, especially once again, since it is a ZVZ, the map will not come into play too much. Although in the series with Julia that I just talked about, we saw some pretty crazy opening on this game with a gas steal into like 3 hatch no gas. Man, it was some crazy stuff.
It was absolutely ridiculous. If you missed that game, I would highly recommend that you look out for the VODs and then you go check that out, even though you obviously know what the result is going to be already. It was just ridiculous. Game two of Bakuryu versus Julia.
Indeed,
Incredible game.
I'm pretty sure it'll end up on the recommended VODs list.
Oh,
So,
no doubt.
so yep, keep an eye out for that. Anyway, let us just go on into game number 2 and see if trutaCz can close it out or if Bakuryu will take a stand. Here we go.
That's it.
All right, at the top right corner as the red Zerg, we do have LRM Bakuryu. At the bottom right as the green Zerg, LRM trutaCz.
Yep. And right now it's going to be all an LRM Bakuryu to pull this back because, of course, he's 1-0 down, as you can see on your beautiful overlay. And yeah, he's going to be doing something special. Of course, this is the final, so for anyone who's unfamiliar with the format, both these guys are going to be going through into the main event, this being a qualifier. But the winner of the final of the qualifier does, of course, get more choice over who they play in the next round. So it's not just kind of a game for fun. It does still count. It does still have an impact on the rest of the tournament.
Indeed, indeed. Now, this time, trutaCz is actually the one who's scouting correctly with his Overlord, and Baku's scouting incorrectly. And the interesting thing is, last game, they both did identical opening builds, and Baku had the scouting advantage, yet still lost. And I think that was primarily just due to that initial 6-thing attack, where he somehow lost 2 Zerglings without killing anything in return, and then got 2 drone sniped, which really set him back because it was really early in the game. So I'm curious to see what happens now that trutaCz is the one with this advantage. Will Bakuryu be able to pull it out or not? I mean, it's looking a little bit dangerous for our mustached hero.
I think that Bakuryu has the experience to kind of keep on top of his mindset, but yeah, that early game in the last match was weird, like you said, and definitely had an effect because he never left his natural expansion after that.
And looks like a 12 pool versus a 12 hatch in the main hatch. What, really? All right. So Bakuryu's gonna main hatch. Actually, I think Bakuryu is one of the players who does do this from time to time. This is actually it's interesting. In the pro scene, in the Korean pro scene, or I guess previously in the Korean pro scene when there was one, main hatching was basically never done anymore. Like a while ago, players would do this, but basically they figured out that if you have good link control, you can just put it at your natural and it's fine. So if you're going to 12 hatch, you might as well put it at the natural. So you almost never saw an in-base hatch like that. But among foreigners who don't have ridiculously high APM and solid control like that, doing this kind of strategy is not necessarily bad. I would say it's probably not like 100% pro gamer optimal, but it's definitely playable.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people can often set too much store by exactly how the pros play, whilst forgetting that they can, of course, effectively play nothing like them because you just don't have the same level of precision, and you're not playing against the same level of precision either. So I think it is valid to do a build that you're a bit more comfortable with versus one that may be slightly more precisely efficient in the hands of someone who plays for 8, 9, 10 hours a day.
Indeed, indeed. Although I think a lot of foreigners play quite a few hours as well. But yeah, not as crazy as the pros, of course. Anyway, it looks like a few things moving out now from Mr. trutaCz. He's gonna wander around the map. He's actually gonna miss Bakuryu's Overlord here, although he is gonna see Bakuryu's links moving out. And Bakuryu has actually just mined 100 gas for link speed. I wonder if he's actually gonna get a third hatch at his natural. Yes, he is. He is. This might actually be the real great build. Because I think the real great build, he does actually get gas. So yeah, I was talking about this game when he basically went 3 hatch against Julia. In that game, he was forced to do it because he got his gas stolen. But in this case, he's voluntarily choosing to go for these 3 hatches, which is still fairly unusual in this matchup. Oh yeah, man, this is really cool.
This is cool. I mean, I like the way this is going because it's interesting though because Bakuryu actually lost that game against Julia when it went to.
Oh god, things in the main, elegant.
Oh my god, there are 4. Is that 4 links? Yeah, that's 4 links. My counting it, so way off there. And he might actually be able to get himself a drone. He does manage to grab himself a drone kill. Probably not going to be able to get a second one. It looks like he's going to get shut down, but his link speed does kick in, so that allows him some more maneuverability. My god, speed links are just so incredibly fast. But now the reinforcements coming back from Bakuryu are going to be able to clean that up. But nice little bit of a snipe there going for trutaCz.
Bit of an overreaction to bring back like 20 Zerglings to kill.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Oh man, and he can't get him either. Oh man, oh, somebody play the Benny Hill theme. Oh, there's still one Zergling. There's still one Zergling. And
all the other Zerglings look like they completely don't care at all, and they're just all gonna leave. Okay, one of them's gonna save. There is another strike force of green links from trutaCz moving out into the middle of the map. They're going to do a little bit of a hiding action. There's an Overlord heading towards them that I think is definitely going to miss it, and he might be able to catch Bakuryu by surprise as Bakuryu moves out. Will he be able to see those links? Okay, it looks like he's actually going to scout that secret force of links. Maybe. Okay, yes, he is. So it's not going to be all bad for our favorite myself.
Crazy map hack sense there. That's like the Flash sense. It's like, I know where you're proxying. I know where you're hiding links. Just don't even think about it. Meanwhile, oh my god, we have a lot of buildings going up here at the front. trutaCz very concerned about a link counterattack. Building an extra creep colony, building that evolution chamber in a place that will help block Ling run-bys and just Ling attacks there. And yeah, Bakuryu doesn't actually even have a spar yet, so it's definitely not for spore colonies.
Yeah, definitely not. And this yeah, this is actually going to be really interesting from trutaCz. It looks like he's really going to kind of hunker down and just take a defensive stance, which is going to be curious. These players are really set up to go into the proper big mid game. Really weird.
Indeed. Oh, wait. There's another attack here at the natural. Looks like trutaCz might come out ahead. No, there's more reinforcements from Bakuryu. I think trutaCz is going to come out ahead. The Sunken Colony is not going to finish in time here. And oh man, trutaCz, can he break into the main? If he can bust into the main, the Sunken Colony won't even matter. Oh my god, he's got a lot of links. The Sunken finishes. Is he going to go into the main? He just needs to run into the main. He's got 6 Zerglings in the main. Bakuryu should be making more. He is making more from all of his hatcheries, so he will be okay here. He will survive. But wait a minute. How far? Oh my god, the spire's finished. Is there... Oh my god, the evolution chamber just started.
There's nothing.
He needs to make creeps like right now. He can make the creeps before the Evo finishes and just make them into spores. They'll be quite quick.
Okay, he is doing that. He is doing that. Okay, so he might actually be able to get away with this. He's been a little bit lax on those timings, though. I think this was a very nicely placed Ling attack from trutaCz there in order to just throw Bakuryu off the scent.
Indeed it will, and this is the wonderful thing about Zerg static defenses, is even if you don't have the tech requirement yet, you can start it off. Oh my god! He's gonna get 2 drones! No, just gets 1.
Both drones actually somehow managed to survive. He might be able to grab another drone in the main. He will just manage to get it. And Spore Colony having a bit of a crack at an Overlord, which actually strayed a little bit too far, and it looks like it might just take it down. Yes, Spore Colony will win the battle against Mr. Overlord.
Wow, that is an unusual sight, an Overlord getting killed by a Spore Colony. trutaCz was clearly just way too busy microing his drones, microing his links, although he did get a couple of drone kills, so, you know, not all for nothing.
Probably going to be worth it, but that does go a short way towards actually leveling off the damage he's managed to do for himself. But the first mutants are now in from trutaCz, and he's going to be heading on over. He's going to be met by a couple of Spore Colonies though, so Bakuryu actually may making himself safe in pretty good time in the end, where it looked a little bit dodgy for a while there.
Indeed, and it looks like he's going to grab a few free Zergling kills here before they can get back to the safety of those spore colonies. And you know what? This is actually the setup for a high-level ZVZ. This is the kind of situation you need. Bakuryu has a spore colony, so he's not going to die. He's behind on tech, so he's just going to drone up. You know, he opened with a great build. He's focusing more on economy in a relative sense, given that it's a ZVZ. And you know, there's not really too much that trutaCz can do to break it, so he's going to have to focus on making drones and a long-term game as well. You can actually see him already getting an upgrade from the Spire.
Yep.
And that's definitely indicating, you know, he's thinking about the longer term, mainly because the attack upgrade, for example, costs the same as a Mutalisk. So, you know, if you wanted to do some earlier aggression, you obviously would just make the Muta instead. He's going for that attack. Although, having said that, if he was really thinking long term, he'd actually get Carapace, because the +1 Carapace is actually better than +1 attack in ZVZ, because it's applied basically 3 times per Mutalisk attack because there's a bounce, whereas the +1 attack, it gets divided by 3 for each bounce. So it gets +1 attack on the first shot, on the first hit, plus a 3rd damage on the 2nd hit, and then like a 9th on the 3rd hit. Now you might be saying, Sail, that doesn't make sense because Broodor only uses integer damage values, but actually that's not true, because under the hood it actually saves 1 decimal point. So you actually can have fractional damage in Broodor. It's pretty crazy.
It is crazy, and it's crazy that you know these things. I actually knew that. I don't know how or why I knew that, but that's going to be a very rarely known piece of knowledge for people, and I always assumed it was not the case for a very, very long time. We do have 4 spore colonies in here. That is probably going to be a pretty heavy no-go zone for trutaCz right there. Bakuryu is looking very, very well defended in his main. Meanwhile, heading out with another strike force at Blings, heading back as soon as he realizes that the Mutalisks are all diverting to deal with that. And meanwhile, trutaCz making ready to make another base up at the 6 o'clock, so he's going to have a 3rd gas up and running while his economy is not as strong as Bakuryu's yet. That will go some way towards helping him catch up, but wow, his drone count is still way, way, way behind.
Indeed it is. I'm just waiting for the Queen's Nest, man. I'm like, oh, Queen's Nest, there we go. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Already, that's a very, well, that's a very early Queen's Nest. But I guess it's alright if you're completely defended like Bakuryu is now, then you may as well get teching, especially if you've been a little bit behind on that so far in the game. We actually have 3 idle drones. I don't know if they're meant to be mining gas. Okay, you actually managed to get mining gas there, but you have some idle drones sitting around for a while. And those spore colonies just seeing off anything that comes anywhere close.
Dude, I can't believe we're actually going to have 2 high-level EVZs in one day, in one qualifier. Oh man, TLS is so good. Guys, how awesome is TLS? Please go buy lots of regular stuff, thank Twitch, do whatever. Turn off your ad block, because if you ad block, you're a terrible person. But anyway, yeah. Man, oh my god, he's getting a Hydra Den too, what? What?
Oh, what?
What?
Where?
He's getting a Hydra Den.
There.
Why is he getting a Hydra Den? Is he gonna make Hydras and like Plague and stuff? Is he gonna make Lurkers? I don't even know what Bakuryu's thinking anymore. Wow, Bakuryu. The thing is, right, Bakuryu is smart. Like, he's really smart. So whatever he's thinking, I trust him. I have faith. Wow, okay. So yeah, Bakuryu must have something in his head. For some reason, I have it in my mind that Bakuryu is one of these players who really knows what he's doing in super late games. Zoe. I don't know if that's actually based on anything, but I just know I think it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would agree. Actually, you know what? I think I know what he's thinking. All of these spells, like Ensnare, Plague, and like the Devourer thing, they're based on like air units being super duper clumped. But if you go Mass Hydra, you can't clump it because they're ground units. So like if he Plagues or Hydras, it's not nearly as big a deal as if he Plagues a bunch of Mutas, right? So maybe he's thinking like, alright, I know this is going to late game, I know my opponent knows it's going to late game, so he's going to get like Ensnare and Plague and maybe even Devourers, and none of those things are actually like amazing against Hydras. They're all amazing against Mass Muta, but not Mass Hydra. See, but he's getting range. He's getting range. He is going Hydras. So he's just going to go like Mass Hydra. He's going to come out with like, 5 control groups of Hydras. And then trutaCz gonna just not gonna have the right counter and just gonna be like, oh, that's not really fair.
This could actually be really, really, really fascinating. I can't wait to see how this pans out. Bakuryu, meanwhile, is getting his mineral only, so I guess this actually kind of makes decent enough sense if he's just going to go for lots of Hydras instead of anything that's particularly gas heavy. I mean, I know Hydras still require gas, but not that much. Not as much as say.
Bakuryu laughed in the chat and didn't confirm or whether I'm right or not. I'm like waiting for him. I thought he would like tell me whether I was on the right track or not, but he was just like, haha, or something.
That's brutal.
But in caps.
That
so
might be
like an angry laugh.
No, that might be laugh as in haha, you're so amazing, but it made me laugh. Or it might be as in your analysis is so crap, I'm literally laughing.
Exactly. See, I don't know which one it is, man. I'm freaking out here. I'm being like all self-conscious and stuff.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried because I agree with you. And now Bakuryu is being all, oh my god, Bakuryu, you've confused me so badly. We have Consume happening up here for our Noble Red Mustache Zerg. So he's going for a super amazing Defiler Muta Hydra combo, which is going to be awesome. Meanwhile, at the bottom right-hand corner, amazing TruTouch is going for the Greater Spire and it's Defiler Tech on the way as well. So this is going to be a pretty intense battle of wits between these two guys. With TruTouch, of course, one gas ahead of his opponent.
Man, this is going to be so good. Oh man, I hope Bakuryu hides the Hydras long enough for TruTouch to make like 8 Devourers, and then he just comes out with all these Devourers and they can only shoot air, and then like there's all these Hydras running around. He's just like, God damn it, Bakuryu, you and your facial hair. Anyway.
That would be amazing.
If I was TruTouch though, I'd be quite suspicious because Bakuryu's being super passive and TruTouch isn't really seeing a heavy air force anywhere. So he's probably wondering what's going on at this point.
Is it?
Oh, he sees it! He saw it with a Scourge. He saw the Hydras.
Okay. It's a bit late though. That's quite a lot of Hydras out already. Because I don't know that he would have assumed Hydras are there. But I just want to see another huge plague like that plague we saw in the previous high level Zerg. I mean, that's the best plague I've ever seen. It really looks like he's making ready to make Defilers finally. Have we got any Defilers actually out on the map yet? I don't see any.
I didn't see any either. I was following one of TruTouch's Defilers, and it looks like there's like some Scourge on Scourge action going on here. High speed chase, and wow, 3 Scourge of TruTouch actually killed themselves on 1 Scourge of Bakuryu, so that was effective.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, but by the way, look at the minimap though. TruTouch has like complete map vision, and Bakuryu has very little map vision. Meanwhile, TruTouch actually sneaking a base here at the bottom left natural. But here come the Hydras. Here come the Hydras. They actually have +1 carapace here. That's going to help quite a bit against Mutasplash. And it looks like he's just now researching Plague though. So he has Consume on the Defiler, but he doesn't have Plague. But he does have Dark Swarm though. Oh my god, I just realized. Dark Swarm also works. Because you can swarm the Hydras. Swarm doesn't work on air units. You can't protect them. But you can protect the Hydras against Mutashots. This is brilliant. Bakuryu, man, you're so smart.
I think they both have Swarm.
Well, you get Swarm by default, but it doesn't make sense for TruTouch to use it. Oh my god, he made Guardians instead. We're gonna have Guardians versus Hydras, but the thing is the Hydras, they're under Swarm. So it doesn't matter.
The Hydras are under Swarm, so they'll be alright. We do have a Defiler in the natural of Bakuryu devouring up some nice Zerg. He's always making ready for the battle, and this is about to get ridiculous. Will we see any Plague go down on these Hydras?
Oh no! Oh god, I said Plague doesn't affect Hydras. I lied. I totally lied. Actually, these are still pretty effective.
Because that is a big old Plague.
Dude, it doesn't even matter, man. Look at these Hydras just owning. Oh, they can't hit the Guardians. Oh, they can't hit the Guardians.
Oh my god,
oh
this
no,
is
they're all 1
ridiculous.
HP. Oh my god, they're getting owned. Wait, where's the Swarm? Swarm it up. Swarm it up. There we go.
Yeah,
Swarm it up.
okay.
We're fine. We're fine. We have Dark Swarm.
Oh my god. Okay, so some more of the biggest Plague I've ever seen in my entire life going down all over those Hydras, and the Swarm just coming on a little bit too late to save the day. Those Hydras now going to try and bust out and take care of those Guardians, but the Guardians just going to be able to run away in time, and those Hydras going to have to retreat to the safety of the Swarm. More Hydras coming out from Bakuryu's natural, but has he lost too many? Was that Swarm too decisive? Can he return from that? There are going to be many more Guardians coming in any second now. He's going to have to keep doing very, very nice Swarms in order to keep his units safe in there, and now Lings coming in underneath the Swarm, and they are cracklings now.
Oh my god, Swarm. The Swarm protects the Zerglings from the Hydras, and now Baku's like, god damn it, my Swarm does nothing. Oh man, and also I realized there's a +2 attack on TruTouch's air, whereas Bakuryu only has +1 carapace, so that's helping a lot. But oh my god, look at these Hydras just maul those Mutalisks. But the Guardians, man, there's so many Guardians! Is this really a ZVZ? Bakuryu, by the way, is trying to sneak the 3 o'clock base. There's a Scourge that sees it. A few Scourge of his own coming out here, but Bakuryu's just run out of units here. He's got no Hydras. He's trying to spam Hydras. He's trying to spam Lings. He needs something to stop the Guardians. He's just going to lose the Guardians in his EVZ. Bakuryu can't stop it. GG! Bakuryu getting taken down by Guardians in a ZVZ, and trutaCz with that game has won the second TLS qualifier. What a way to win, man. That's winning in style. Wow, trutaCz, what a hero.
That's absolutely incredible stuff. These games today have been just some of the most ridiculous games I've seen, and some of the most high-level games I've seen for quite a while. And trutaCz there, showing his quality once again today and taking down Bakuryu 2-0 in the end. So big congratulations to him for going through and for having first pick of his opponent in the next round.
Indeed, but Bakuryu in second place does qualify anyway. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, I was about to say it's a very similar thing to go through nonetheless. So all you guys, don't worry, you'll be seeing plenty more of the heroic mustache thug in the future of the main tournament itself.
Indeed. And we're going to have 2 more qualifiers next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, same time. The game start at, I believe, 5 p.m. GMT, and the cast will start 3 hours later at 8 p.m. GMT. So do sign up for those and tune into the casts.
Absolutely.
And otherwise, huge thanks to our sponsors, Razer and Twitch. Mega thanks to them. And also thanks to all of the TL staff and volunteers who helped running the tournament. There's a lot of people doing a lot of good work.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of effort goes into these things, and we're very thankful to everyone who works on them, and very thankful to you guys for watching as well, because that also helps to make the event kind of worthwhile. So thanks to everybody.
All right, so I think that will be all. Yeah, see you guys next weekend. Keep an eye out on Team Liquid for the VODs. They should be up within a few hours, hopefully. So that's, in case you miss any games, you can check those out. All right, see you next weekend.
See you later, guys.